Aaron and Teyana.
Nobody thought Teyana would ever come clean, but one quiet night, she sat down, turned on her camera, and shattered every lie with just a few trembling words. For so long, she wore the mask so perfectly that even the closest eyes couldn't see the cracks underneath. For months, rumors swirled in group chats and whispers behind her back, with fans spinning wild theories about who the real father might be. Still, she managed to keep a calm face, soft answers always ready. But now there was nowhere to hide. Her shaky voice and red eyes told the world exactly what they'd been dying to know. It wasn't a big talk show reveal or a paparazzi slip. It was just her raw, vulnerable, trembling choosing to break the illusion with her own hands. And the second her confession hit the screen, every timeline, every feed, every private circle flipped upside down. For months, she'd been sitting on a ticking bomb, holding in a truth so heavy it nearly broke her ribs from the inside. She laughed in interviews, brushed off messy questions about the baby's timing, and posed for pictures with Almond, her hand on her belly like a seal of the perfect family, one that was anything but perfect under the flash of the cameras. Behind closed doors, friends said the mask slipped every night. There were 2 a.m. calls when the walls felt like they were closing in, angry whispers over text threads she'd delete before dawn. Insiders always said the timelines felt off, too many quick trips, too many late returns, too many photos catching Aaron in corners nobody was supposed to see. Still, Teyana clung to the lie like it was the last rope holding her together. She told the world the baby was Almond's, that their love was strong enough to drown out the gossip. And Almond played along, nodding in interviews, posting half grins and soft captions, while his gut twisted with questions he didn't dare say out loud. But the truth was hiding in the silence between them, waiting for the right night to explode. And when it did, it wasn't through a leaked text or a blurry blog photo. It came from her, alone in her living room, a single lamp on, her face half in shadow as she hit record. Sources say she cracked under the weight of it all, too many nights pretending her life was whole when it was built on sand. No fancy edits, no filters, just her, trembling, clutching old ultrasound photos like a shield, whispering the words nobody thought she'd ever say. "I lied," she whispered, voice cracking. I knew the baby wasn't Almond's. I thought if I could protect him from the truth, maybe we'd stay whole." Fans swear she paused mid-sentence to wipe her tears, her shoulders shaking as the truth broke through her carefully practiced calm. She spoke about regret, fear, how hiding it all was supposed to save them, but instead, it blew their world apart. And when she hit post, the truth was out forever, a wildfire she couldn't take back. No matter how many times she whispered sorry, Almond didn't hear it from her lips in private. He didn't get a warning or a gentle explanation. He found out like the rest of the world, staring at a flickering screen while her shaky voice tore open every soft promise they'd made. Insiders say he watched it once, frozen, the words rolling over him like a storm he couldn't outrun. Then the rage came, loud, sharp. His phone shattered against the wall, the screen splitting open just like his trust had. This was the man who stood by her through every rumor, who laughed off late-night gossip while secretly wondering if any of it was true. Now, the man who told the world she was his rock looked like a fool, his heartbreak splattered across a million memes before he could even figure out what to say. For 4 hours, nobody heard from him. Calls went unanswered, messages bounced back, while the internet feasted on the drama like vultures. Friends say he's done for good. The lawyers are already lined up. The house is half packed, and every trace of Teyana's smile wiped from his socials like she never existed. But the silence isn't just rage, it's a man broken in places he thought she'd never touch, trying to figure out how to stand when the lie he built his future on just turned to dust. Then there's Aaron, the name that danced on the edge of every rumor for months. The man who never confirmed, never denied, just waited. The second Teyana said the words, every eye turned to him. Old blurry shots of him in her orbit suddenly became smoking guns. But Aaron didn't say a word. No clever tweets, no shady posts, just a silence louder than any statement could be. Some believe he knew all along that the quiet conversations and hidden corners were his way of standing by until she had the nerve to blow up her own life. Others say he's furious, that he never wanted the lie and now looks like the backdoor villain in a story he never agreed to be in. Nobody knows for sure. His team is locked down. No leaks, No comments. Just lawyers, already preparing paperwork to stake his claim in a story he can't avoid now, even if he wanted to. Meanwhile, old pictures are crawling back to the surface, him and Teyana hugging at festivals, whispers and side eyes that mean more now than they ever did. Ready or not, the man in the shadows just stepped into the fire. The internet did what it does best, it exploded. One shaky video of Teyana with tears on her face buried every timeline under edits, reaction threads, and hot takes. Viral clips spliced her heartbreaking moment with old interviews where she claimed her family was untouchable. Screenshots of emotional texts flooded WhatsApp. Fan accounts combed through years of photos, looking for signs they missed. And the memes? Brutal. Iman's shattered phone, Aaron's silence, Teyana's trembling hands, all turned into punchlines overnight, forged by social media's addiction to tragedy. Reactions split down the middle. Some hailed her as brave, someone strong enough to break her own heart in front of the world. Others called her manipulative, a puppet master who played two men until her chessboard collapsed. But across the board, one truth echoed: no one will ever look at that baby's smile the same way again. Not without wondering what shadow this secret cast over every memory. So what now? Insiders say Almond has already called his lawyers. The man who once promised forever is pulling every legal lever to erase her from his story, and maybe from the child's as well. Custody talks are underway. Every private argument is becoming court record, from school supply receipts to late-night texts. If custody's in play, child support won't be far behind. Every voicemail, bank deposit, and blurry screenshot could become evidence in a battle neither of them wanted to fight in public. In the background, Aaron's preparing too, lining up his own team, gathering proof that he's been more than just a tabloid name. Outside the spotlight, he's the hoodie-wearing, soft-smiled man who might just be ready to step into fatherhood. Legally, if he plays the stability card right, it could change everything. And then there's Teyana. The tornado she unleashed is circling back. Her phone's buzzing non-stop: press offers, hate messages, sympathy DMs. She's barely responded. Sources say she might be preparing another video, maybe even a sit-down interview to peel back the layers she left untouched. But even that might not be enough. Confession isn't currency anymore. People want secrets, new revelations, DNA bombshells, private phone clips, receipts. And the paparazzi are already circling. Insiders claim photographers are staking out homes, hoping to snap Aaron holding the baby, a single photo that could change everything in court and online. Each day brings a new pressure point. Iman's legal moves are heating the rumor mill. Aaron's silence teases a reveal. And Teyana? Every piece of her untold story feels like a bomb on a timer. She's the one everyone's watching now. Will she post again? Will she speak up? Or will someone else beat her to it? Because in a world where broken trust never fully glues back together, confessions don't close doors, they open them wider. Facebook threads are in flames. Comment sections are war zones. And every feed is filled with collages of faded smiles and fresh scars. The fairy tale is dead. What's left is a storm, one that's only just beginning. And this storm, it's not over. One screenshot, one leaked message, one slip of the tongue could spark the next explosion. The real drama isn't what you just watched, it's what's about to unfold off camera. In court filings, in private texts, in whispered truths. Because now, 3 people, 1 woman, 2 men are stuck playing roles in a tragedy they never auditioned for. And no meme, no thread, no theory can rewrite it. The final act depends on what Teyana, Iman, and Aaron choose to reveal next, legally and publicly. Until then, the fairy tale is gone. And the storm? It's just waking up. So, who do we blame? The woman who buried the truth so deep it almost swallowed her whole? The man who trusted so hard he couldn't see the cracks until he fell through them? Or the father who stayed silent so long that the silence made him look guilty? Maybe they're all broken. Maybe they're all carrying a piece of a lie too heavy for one pair of hands to hold alone. Drop your wildest theory below. Is this the full story? Or is it just the first match in a pile of secrets ready to set everything ablaze? Smash that like if you want every screenshot, every whispered message, every leaked call before the headlines twist it. And if you're not here when the next truth drops, you'll be the last to know who's left standing when the dust settles. This wasn't just a lie. It was a confession that cracked a perfect life wide open. Stay locked in, because the next secret won't just break hearts, it'll break everything they built to hide behind.